should you start motovlogging? I'm going to go over my experience starting out as a new motovlogger in the last couple months. I'm also going to give you some tips that'll help you to get started. Let's do it. If you're new here to the channel, welcome. In this channel I focus primarily on things like, well, motovlogs like you're watching here right now, but also really any other content that's motorcycle related, such as gear reviews, hopefully soon to come bike reviews, and things of that nature. So if you enjoy that kind of content, please feel free to subscribe and stay a while.
All right, I'll stay a while.
So in this video, I'm focusing though on what it was like starting, what it's been like, and some tips for you guys if you are looking into starting a motovlog channel. I have actually been motovlogging for a very short period of time, about 2 months, and yeah, this is my 9th video that I'm uploading, and I upload a video every Friday, so right at about the 2-month mark, and I've really enjoyed it. It has been a little bit more work than I expected it to be, but we'll get into that here in just a second. But the reason I started getting into it was the environment we live in, us all having to shelter in place in different areas of the world. I wanted something that I could get out outside of the house and have some enjoyable entertainment that was safe to do so without interacting with other people. And I thought, well, motovlogging would allow me to interact with other people in a very social distanced kind of way. And I enjoy riding motorcycles. So that's where we are. That's what got us to today. And so if you are looking to get into motovlogging, I definitely think that you should enjoy riding motorcycles, but I don't think that's normally a question. I don't think anybody ever decides to start a motovlog channel if they don't already enjoy. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, man. Oh man, I tell you what, the Fat Bob, everybody loves the Fat Bob. I'm definitely one of them, obviously. So you want to make sure that that's something that's under your belt, that you not only enjoy them, but you have experience with riding motorcycles. If you're getting out there and you're just new and starting out trying to learn how to ride motorcycles, man, this is not going to happen. I'm going to turn right. There we go. Yeah. Love the sound of those pipes. So if you have a little bit of experience, it will make this YouTubing endeavor go a lot smoother, as you won't have to be trying to figure out, as you're seeing now, I'm trying to navigate traffic and get my words correctly for this video. It's not an easy task. So if you want to be safe, you really need to do that. Have a little experience under your belt first. You also really need to have a joy for technology. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a guru in the IT world, but you have to at least have the desire to learn new things. What's going on, man? Got them 8 bars on that bike. So the things you'll need technology for, you'll need to learn how to work your camera equipment, your editing software for the YouTube videos. Something that some people believe is that you just record a video and then you just throw it up on YouTube, and that's how it works. But there's really a lot of work involved in the editing and synchronizing your audio if you're using 2 different sources like I am currently, between your audio and your video, little things like that. It just requires a little bit of a learning curve. Now, if you enjoy messing with technology, tinkering around with it, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. If you don't like it, I don't think you might want to consider something else if you don't enjoy messing with technology, because there's definitely a lot involved in it. And that kind of leads into my next point, which is, if you enjoy the aspects that I just talked about, it's going to help you get through the lull. And what I mean by that is, if you're expecting to get lots of viewers and followers right off the bat. At least in my experience, it does not happen quickly. I've been doing it for 2 months, and honestly, I expected there to be a lot more activity on a new channel. I had no idea how hard it was to get new ones to come on board. You know, I started way back in the day. I had uploaded a few videos to YouTube when it was just first a thing. I want to say like 13 years ago or something like that. And it was a lot different back then. There was a lot less people on the platform. It was basically just people uploading cat videos at that time. And I wasn't really interested in YouTube, so I didn't stick with it by any means. But it's definitely something that is going to require you to learn things like how to do your keywords correctly on YouTube, how to create proper thumbnails that people will enjoy clicking on and staying on your content. The king, of course, as you'll, if you do any research, the king is always content. And that part, I feel like anybody who's got joy for motorcycle riding and whatnot, they can do that. They can get the content part. Some of the other technical aspects may be a little bit of a hurdle though, and it's just something that's good to know coming into it. And that road is just torn up. So you need to make sure that that's something you're interested in. If you're focused on, maybe your goal is, I want to get 100,000 subscribers, or I want to get 1 million subscribers. I'm not trying to crush your dreams and say that couldn't happen. I know that there will be plenty more people coming on board to YouTube that are going to get that to happen for them. But the majority, that does not happen for. So you need to be have the mindset that you're okay with that not possibly ever happening, but at the very least that you're okay with it being a slow growth, because for most people on YouTube it is a slow growth. I've done a lot of research myself, and for the most part what you see is after a few years you're still not going to necessarily be hitting a lot of subscribers. I've seen, you know, people just breaking through 1,000 subscribers in like a year and a half, 2 years. And that was actually a little bit disappointing to me as a beginner in the YouTube world. But what I suggest doing, if you are interested, is to make small goals. So, you know, look forward to your first 10 subscribers, your first 100 subscribers, your first 1,000, etc. You know, have a little fun with it. I just went out and celebrated my wife. She's got another thing going on with social media on Instagram, and she hit her 200 subscriber count. So we went out, got her a treat, and just kind of celebrated that. That kind of stuff's fun. Be happy with the smaller improvements is what I'm trying to say. That'll help sustain you through some of the lulls. Also, join up with other YouTubers that are starting out. If you're starting out, please feel free, leave me a comment, send me a message. I'd love to check your channel out. Now, I'm not doing sub for sub. And if you look into that, that's a thing that people try to do on YouTube, where they say, give me a sub, I'll give you a sub. No, do not do that. The reason why you don't want to do that is you're getting empty viewers that aren't interested in your content. If you're just getting sub for sub, you'll get lots of subs, but subs mean diddly squat if you don't have views. If you look into anything to do with YouTube and how it works and how you grow your channel, getting subscribers does not really do anything for you. In fact, it'll hurt you. If you somehow, let's say you got 1,000 subscribers. What's going on, guys? But if you got 1,000 subscribers on your channel and you feel like, oh, that'd be so cool, and I just got to get enough people to subscribe and then it'll grow. Well, what'll happen is those 1,000 people will be shown your videos because they're your subscribers, and so YouTube will give them impressions on their pages. Well, since they don't care about your content, they're just subscribed just so they could get themselves a subscribe as well, they're not going to watch it. And so YouTube puts that into the algorithm. Oh, I showed 1,000 people this video 5 times, that's 5,000 impressions, and only 5 of them clicked the video, or none of them clicked the video. And what that does is it drives your ability to show your content to other people through impressions down through the floor. So stay away from that. Don't do the sub for sub. So what you want to do is find people that are interested in the same type of content, and that's why I suggest, if you are starting a channel, let's collaborate. You know, maybe we'll do a video where we do a video together or something. I'm open. I'm not saying I'll do it with everybody. I've got to figure out, you know, how that would work and whatnot. But feel free to leave me a comment down below. We'll start the discussion at the least. Some tips that I would give you, though, if you are starting out new, and you're trying to decide, is motovlogging really for me? I would write out, this is something that I believe I got from Nimmin on his channel. I'll try to leave his link to his channel in my description, because I found him to be one of the best, most reliable in how to start YouTube channels. But he mentioned, I think it was him, to write down 100 different video ideas to see if it's the video topic that you should choose for your channel. And I felt like that was a really good test. I kind of sort of followed his advice. I'm not one who typically likes to plan out that far in advance, but I did start shooting some ideas around and seeing, and I realized, oh yeah, I have tons of things that I would like to talk about now. Do I have the capabilities of doing them all perfectly? No, but I'm learning as I go. So that's one tip I would say. Write down 100 ideas. If you can't write down more than 5 or 10 or 20 or whatever, then it maybe isn't something that you're going to have as much fun with, and that'll help you to decide, maybe I need to change topics on a video. Also, I would say, don't go too crazy on your gear at first. And the main reason I say that is, if you put a lot of money into buying super fancy gear, you're going to have a lot of mental investment in that. And so you're going to think, oh man, I've got all this put in, it's going to make my videos great. And then you put it out and nobody watches it. It's going to make you feel really bad. You're going to feel like, man, I spent all this time, spent all this money, and nobody watched my video. Whereas on the other foot, if you just use some old equipment that you have lying around, or get some used equipment or something, it's going to give you a little bit of breathing room and feeling like, well, we'll see what happens. And you can also see your content grow as you add things. You get a new camera, you get a new mic. I'm currently running right now, I have a GoPro Hero 5, and it works great, by the way. I think the Hero 5 is a good sweet spot for making this type of content. I'm currently using the Samsung headphones that come with your Samsung phone as the microphone for my helmet. Now, it's not great audio. In fact, I've just now ordered a new microphone that I'm hoping to try out. I'll try to do a review on that and see how that goes. But the point is, don't go too crazy on your motorcycle equipment right off the bat. Just start slow, and you'll enjoy, as you get the new pieces and you see the improvements that they make, you'll enjoy that process more so. Overall, if you are thinking of starting a new motovlogging channel, I would suggest that you have that mindset of being content with a slow growth and just enjoy it. Do your research, do your planning, but at the same time, one piece of advice that I got that I think was a very good piece of advice is to not expect perfection at first and just get started. If I was expecting perfection in my videos, I still would not have started, and I probably never would, because the fact of the matter is, I'm always going to be learning, always going to be needing to improve. So if you're one of those perfectionists, keep that in mind, as to not let that bog you down. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.